You more than double them up, 82-39. Statistically, you seem to dominate pretty much across the stat sheet. How would you assess your team's performance?
Totally two different halves. We went in and challenged our players at halftime. I wasn't happy at all after the first half. I didn't think we had the energy, and I was frustrated because really only two players, I told them it was the Mays and Simpson show. Everybody else I don't think had more than 2 points, and we got some good looks. I said, I looked at the stats at halftime. I said, I'm tired of seeing 1 for 6, 1 for 3, 0 for 2, 0 for 6. I said, it's time for players to step up, and we challenged them. And I told him, I don't want to be the only person in this locker room who has energy, who's mad about the way we played. And I thought our kids responded the second half. It took them a few minutes to get going, but I thought we responded and we executed our zone offense a lot better the second half too. We slowed it down and allowed ourselves to actually execute instead of trying to be speedy with our offense.
You came into this game coming off your only loss of the season. What were the biggest things that you wanted to see improved from your last game to tonight?
Well, for me personally, as a coach, and even if I was a player, this is what I put at the end of our scouting report: play mad. That's what I want. I wanted to see it. That's why I was so upset with the first half, because I went in at halftime. I said, well, I've seen 3 crappy halves, and that's really what it was. It's time to turn it around, and we got our butts whipped at Tennessee. That's the bottom line. And when we come in, this is a game you look at. You don't care who you're playing. You go out there and you play mad. And I just didn't feel like we were energized enough.
Did you feel mad going into this game? Did you and your teammates talk about carrying that chip on your shoulder over from the Tennessee game?
We did, and I think because we did, we were like overly anxious. So the first half, we were just kind of jittery and like we never played before. Like we were still in the Bahamas or something. So I think we had to get over it. I think we needed that first half for us to come in the locker room, regroup, and play like we know how to play.
So what you're saying is that you guys were on island time still?
We were on island time. Their time is not that good. So we were still on island time.
Obviously, you want to win every game, but did your team need a lopsided win or a win with this kind of margin in order to sort of repair your psyche after the last one?
I don't know if that's it as much as we just needed to go out and execute and hit shots. And, we didn't hit those shots the first half. I can't remember exactly what the score was, but if you look at it, it's well below what we were averaging. And we needed different players. I'll tell you what we needed different players to hit shots for us. Mal came in, hit some shots. Raven came in, hit some shots. KJ came in, did some good things. So I wanted to get Gabby and KP going. KP finally got going a little bit the second half. So really for me, what it was about is trying to get everybody involved in the offense and getting some confidence in hitting shots.
You limited Southeast Louisiana to 24.5% shooting. You forced 21 turnovers. It was the lowest point total you gave up this year by 13 points. Was the defense as impressive to you as it looks on the stat sheet?
There's always a lot we can work on defensively and get better. We still, if the game is going to be called as tight and close as it is, then we're going to have to play a lot of zone, because when we try to go all man, we tend to get a little bit in foul trouble, and we're not real deep. We're a little thin, especially at the post position. And we're rotating Raven back and forth between the post position and the forward position, so she's kind of playing both positions. But I think that we have to get better at moving our feet on defense, playing defense with our feet, not with our hands. At times we try to have hand help, reach, and that's the lazy side of defense. So we still have a lot of work to do defensively.
Your team had 10 steals tonight, which was one short of your season high. In every game that you've won the battle of points off of turnovers, and against Tennessee, you didn't. Where does that rank on your list of priorities as you go into each game?
Well, you want to run the ball off of turnovers too. You want to push the ball. And I think that's an area that we do a pretty good job on. Doesn't mean we always make the right decision in the shot, but I will say that we make people defend us in transition. And whether it's off a rebound, off of turnovers, but you're going to be in ball games if you can create turnovers and turn them into points, which, like you say, we were on the other end of it against Tennessee. They created the turnovers and turned them into transition points.
You've said several times this year that you're not the biggest team in the world. You beat them on the boards tonight, 51-39. 51 is one short of your season high. How much of that was simply improved or increased attention and effort on the glass, and how much of it was right place, right time? How would you assess the way you guys rebounded tonight?
I think that was a point of emphasis for us, especially as post players. We talked about that coming into this game because Tennessee whipped our butt on the boards. So we came in intentionally needing to block out, and we needed to get the rebound. So I think that was one of the keys.
Well, Poole had 7 offensive rebounds at halftime. That was something. And then I can't remember if it was the first time out, or I think it was the first time out. She got another offensive rebound, and I said, listen, she's got 8 offensive rebounds. We got to keep her off the boards. And their 2 starting post players are actually very good on the boards. And it was a point of emphasis. But for the last, I believe, 15 minutes, she didn't get another offensive rebound. So I thought our post did a good job there.
Nobody played more than 25 minutes tonight. You got 4 road games coming up, starting this weekend against your old friends in El Paso. How important was it to you to rest some of your starters tonight?
Well, it was good to space out the minutes. That means nobody should be tired in practice tomorrow. They should be ready to go, just like a practice. So I should expect everybody will be full speed and ready to go. But it's always nice when you can give minutes to everybody, because especially people like Raven, who hasn't played in a year, and she's still coming back, trying to get herself going. And the more minutes you can get Mal and KJ, and of course, KP just being a freshman, she just needs some minutes. That's what you like to do. Anytime you can sit your starters and give other people more minutes so that they can work on their game, that's certainly a bonus. But I'm sure they'll hit the cold pool.